Hello and welcome back to episode 47 of Take to the Skies. St Albans FC. We're back now, 27 games into the season. We've got a FA Trophy 4th round game to play and a league game that we've got a game in hand, so hopefully we can push ourselves further into the playoffs. So, since you were last with us, we did go on quite a long run, which I did mention that we were planning to do. It's been a pretty good run as well. We beat Boston United 1-0. We then beat Hartlepool 3-0 quite handily. We beat today's opponents, Fleetwood, 2-0. We then swept aside Bromley 3-1. We had a bit of a disappointing draw with Boreham Wood. We bounced back with a very gritty result against Tranmere. And then even grittier, we beat Slough in the third round of the FA Trophy in extra time, 170th minute winner from Moriarty, before we got a little bit spanked by FC United, more so by Baker Richardson, who got all 4 goals for them before we'd even got one of our own. Then we had a 3-2 win against Ebbsfleet, which was a little bit, grinded out the result at the end. We were helped by their red card. Then we had a 0-0 draw with Kettering, which was horrendous because they're in the relegation zone. Most recently, we did beat Kings Lynn 4-2, where we sealed the game with 2 late goals through Rolt. As mentioned, today we're playing Fleetwood and Halifax, who are currently set 18th. We're 5th in the league, but a win against Halifax, if that's a game in hand, I'm not sure. Woods' climb into 4th. Our goal difference is one of the worst in this top bit of the league. So really, we're trying to go for getting more points than people. I think at this stage it's fair to say Gloucester are winning the title and getting promoted. So we want to be finishing in 2nd or 3rd so that we're just in the playoff semi-final. We don't want to have to play all of the playoffs. But if we have to, then we'll still give it our best shot and see if we can get that promotion. But before we get into the game as well, just want to say if you're enjoying the series, please do leave a subscribe. Any support is greatly appreciated. And comment your prediction for the end of the season. Let me know how you think we're going to get on. And let's get in to the Fleetwood game. And the lineup for today, we've got Emery in goal, a back four of Farjala, Rossetti, Tommy York, and Louise. Torres a holding midfielder, Bell on the right, Smith in the middle, Brain in the number 10, O'Rourke on the left, and Rolt as the lone striker. Of course, the big news there, Tommy York is back at St Albans. At the start of January, he was finally willing to negotiate with us after West Ham officially released him. He then rejected us and went to Coventry, which I can get on board with. They're a league team. However, he did join us on loan. So Tommy York returns and he has been welcomed back with open arms, and hopefully his solidity at the back will help us throughout the tail end of this season. So early on, York collects a ball that was loose going towards our defence, plays it across to Rossetti, who finds Farjala on the right. He plays it out to Bell, who's going to run into space, plays it across the left for O'Rourke, who brings it down very nicely, cuts inside, gets a shot off, and it's just wide, and very nearly a very good start for us. And now Louise with a throw-in finds O'Rourke, who's picked up a bit of a knock. Hopefully he'll be alright to play for a while. Torre is intercepted by Barrow, but Farjala finds his way to Bell. He tries to attack the space on the right, and he's tackled, and that's been given as a penalty. It wasn't a penalty. We're going to hopefully take full advantage of it with Rolt stepping up. And he's put it wide. I mean, it's probably justice because that wasn't a penalty, but also a bit annoying. Brain with a corner now, sends it into the middle, and Bell wasn't quite there, but Kamara's collected it, and he's breaking away for Fleetwood. He's got support in the middle, and O'Rourke trying to prevent the cross. It does come in and it bounces around quite a lot, and Emery eventually actually scoops up a loose ball. Farjalla throws it into Bell, and it's back to Farjalla. He goes back to Rossetti. Farjalla now they need to get it away from this corner. They do so. Back to Emery. And he's going to go to Rossetti, back to Emery, and to York, who goes for the long ball. Rolt heads onto O'Rourke, who brought it down very nicely. He plays it back to Torre, who sends it to Louise on the left, inside to Smith. That's a loose ball that's picked up by Barrow, and we've got away with that a little bit there as York heads down to Torre, who then plays it forward to Brain. Smith to O'Rourke. Back to Torre. Cross goes to the left-hand side. O'Rourke brings it down, and he's... See, now that one I can get on board with being a penalty. That was more of a penalty. So hopefully, Rolt recognises this one actually should have been a penalty and buries it. I'm not sure buries it is the word, but he scored. It did look a little bit dodgy, but it's gone in the back of the net. That's all that matters for us. The keeper's dived past it. He was probably expected to go as wide as the first one. Cross from a free kick here. Barrow goes to the edge of the box, and Brain has got back to clear that off the line. It's brought down by Simmons, though, and York dispossesses him very nicely. And we have reached the halfway point in the first half that is, XG-wise, is slightly skewed by the two penalties. But nevertheless, we're going to tell them not to get complacent. And we are going to bring O'Rourke off because he's got a pulled groin. We don't want to risk that. So Bell is going to go onto that side, and then Rourke can come off for Williams. And I can see Rossetti's injured there as well. Potential knee injury. We'll leave him on for now, I think. Thrown for Fleetwood deep in our half. Irvine has it headed away by Torre, and Williams looked like he was going to break away, but Irvine just outpaced him. Ball over the top to Kamara, and he's took that really well. Rounds Emery and puts it into what was basically an empty net. Questionable that he was able to find the space for that. Yeah, Rossetti just not alive to it. I wonder if that is down to the injury. So I think we are going to bring him off. For Gilks, we'll just go with the one that's there. Corner for Fleetwood, and it's headed away by Gilks. Kamara collects it on the edge. And he's trying to find what to do next. He gives it to Brain, but then Holgate's dispossessed him. Young goes back to Irvine, who goes over the top towards Kamara, heads down. York's done really well to prevent that there. And everything kind of froze there, and then all of a sudden there was a shot. I don't really know what happened there. We're going to make our final change of the game. We're going to send Moriarty on for Rolt because he's not really being effective. He missed a penalty and took a penalty and scored a penalty. It's not really what you want from a striker. York is on the ball now. He goes back to Gilks across the defence. Out to Farjalla, and Torre plays it to Williams. We've got probably chance for a couple more attacks here. Plays it to Brain. He tries to get a bit of space down on the right. Oh, we've got another penalty. And Louise is going to take it. I don't think so. We'll have... Oh dear. We'll have Brain on it. We've not got many good penalty takers left on the pitch. But hopefully, Brain can score this one. This feels a little bit gross. He does put it away very confidently. It's a little bit gross that we've gone through and had 3 penalties in one game and not really created anything of our own other than those penalties. But what can you do? And that late penalty is enough to see us through to the next round of the FA Trophy. Perhaps we can have a little run in that and possibly get to the final and see if we can grab ourselves a trophy at this stage as well. Would be quite nice to pick up our first bit of cup silverware. But yeah, decent result. Not the prettiest game, but it's got us the win. Let's go and get into the game against Halifax. And contrary to what was planned, we're actually going to play Scunthorpe because for the second time, the Halifax game has been postponed due to a waterlogged pitch. it is their ground, so it's nice to see we're not having any ground issues. And it has given us a nice week off heading into this game against Scunthorpe, who are fourth in the table, so it is quite a big game for us today. And I didn't go through the lineup. Gilks is in for in at centre back. Williams is in on the right wing. And Rolt is through on goal. And Rolt has put us 1-0 up less than 20 seconds into the game. What a start. And the assist coming from Tommy York, of all people. What a guy. And the look at that. The curling ball into space. And a great finish from Rolt. 1-0. We've got a throw in here on the left. Louise throws it to Smith, who is dispossessed very quickly. And Rosita gets a shot off, but Emery makes a good save at his near post. And it's out for a corner, which comes in. And Rosita, apparently that went wide. Williams has been dispossessed by Rundle. Lincoln's on the ball now. Farjala just boots it up forward. And O'Rourke nearly collects it. Aziz to Bowden. Ball over the top. Ball through to Rossiter. And this time he makes no mistake. And it's 1-1. Two big defensive lapses there, really, to let those goals go in. Well, to let him in twice in a row that soon. And York just not really alive to it. Neither was Gilks. And that's a bit disappointing. Throwing now for Scunthorpe. Aziz heads back and it goes into the box, but Gilks heads away. Bowden's going to collect it. Lincoln now on the ball. Rossiter. Aziz shoots from range, and that's poor from Emery. That is really poor from Emery. From that far out, when it's that close to you, you should not be getting beaten. Yeah, he's, 22 yards out, and it's kind of gone under the keeper. That's not good enough. We have a corner though. Brain sends it in, and it's headed away. Rolt is going to collect that, plays it back to O'Rourke, who plays it back out to Brain on the left. Tries to drill the cross in, it deflects that back nicely for him, plays it to O'Rourke on the edge, and how has that not resulted in a goal? O'Rourke forced back to Louis. How did that not go in? And somehow it's 1-1 at half time. 2-1 at half time, I should say. We really should have got an equaliser at the end there. O'Rourke is on a bucket, so I'm going to bring... is not fully fit, I should say, so I'm going to bring him off for Bell for the second half. And our next change, we're going to send Lopez on for Brain in the midfield. And it's a Scunthorpe throw-in. Alibusu tries to play it forward, but York and Louise deal well with it and then lump it forward back to the Scunthorpe defence. Rossiter goes round Gilks, plays it to Cabello, back to Rossiter, Lincoln on the edge, and Kukera shoots just wide. But now it's a throw-in for Scunthorpe. Rundle is lumped away by Torre, and Rolt has collected it. And Rolt is running in on goal. Shoots it with power past the keeper. And it's 2-2. And today, Rolt is having a very good game, considering in the cup he was pretty ineffective. But this one, he collects the ball and just runs through. And then just hard as he can into the bottom of the net. Very nice finish. And our final change, we're going to bring Smith off for Brunt in the midfield. Farjala has a throw in here, throws it back to Gilks, who plays a long ball upfield to no one. Bowden collects it from James. James then goes forward. Gilks heads it back away. Bell back to Brunt, back to Bell. He plays the ball to Rolt, who's got space. And we've been given a free kick, and Alibioso is going to be sent off for the tug of the shirt when Rolt was going to be clean on goal, really. So, a deserved red card. He knew exactly what he was doing. And maybe we can nick a goal while they're down to 10 men. Goal kick from Emery. He plays it out to Louise on the left, who finds it forward to Bell. They've gone for a very narrow formation, so maybe that's the right idea. Bell sprinting through a goal, gets a shot away, and it's gone into the top corner. Looked poor from the keeper. We don't care. It's 3-2. And against playoff rivals, we have potentially just took a very important 3 points away from them. And that would actually move us above Scunthorpe with a game in hand. That could be massive. A late corner for Scunthorpe though. Brunt heads away. Bowden collects it. Back to Aziz. Drilled. Oh, he's offside. Rossiter put it in the back of the net, but he was offside. No, Aziz was offside. We don't care. York with the free kick now. He is taking his lovely time about it. Eventually boots it forward and out of play. This isn't rugby. I think that's a rule in rugby. I don't know. James throws it into Sewell. We are begging for that final whistle to be blown. Ball comes in. Torre lumps it away. It is full time. And it's here where the offside was. Bowden playing it back to Aziz. Quite possibly Rossiter as well. I'm not sure. Not important. We've pulled off an absolutely massive win there. 3-2 away to Scunthorpe. And look at what that does for the table. So I think what we'll do for now is we'll hop on the FA Trophy hype. We'll come back for the game against Yeovil, a team who have actually been relegated down to the Vanarama South recently. And then we'll have the Dover game as well, although we did play them earlier in the season. Maybe we'll do Altrincham. I'll decide when we get there. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like down below. Comment what your thoughts are on that massive comeback against Scunthorpe, and subscribe if you are enjoying the content on the channel. Thank you very much for watching.